if everyone would take a seat, if you'd like a seat, and come close, we're going to get started here. So first, what a turn in the weather. We wanted, just like this project, sometimes things could be fierce and arduous, but we pull things together, so we're grateful for that. First, welcome to the TMC Collaborative Building topping off. Many of you may not know, but topping off ceremonies have happened back to 2700. The Egyptians, when they finished building the pyramids, they actually would put a plan on top for the loss of lives in building the pyramids. Fortunately, we have a really great team in Transwestern and Vaughan, spotless safety record, so we will not be putting plants up, but if you look above, we have our tree there to sit there and look over all of the great research and discovery that's going to happen in this building. I want to first take a moment to look around the room, because I look across this sea of people and there's not a person here that was not responsible in some large, maybe even small ways for making this all happen. This is the first time a building has been built in 76 years of the Texas Medical Center history by multi-institutions, and I'm going to introduce some of my partners and peers that made this all possible. There's a lot of other people in this room behind the scenes, the unsung heroes, the chief business officers, the finance team, the legal team, that we're going to recognize. And later, we're going to sign this beam, and all of you are going to sign this beam, and it will be lifted and placed safely on the 4th floor, and you'll see it forever for the life of this building. So we're really excited about that. This cannot happen without particularly partnership with the city, and Mayor Turner, who has, in his now 7th year, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, has been a wonderful friend throughout to the medical center, to me personally. He's 6 of 9 children, which is not that impressive because I'm 9 of 13. And so, but we know how to build teamwork, and he's just been wonderful. I should also acknowledge Chris Brown, our controller, another elected official. There's Chris over there. Thank you, Chris, for joining. And your incredible team, Mayor. Andy and the rest of the team have been by our side and will continue to be by our side. Andy tells me permits are now going to be done in a month like the rest of the world rather than 6 months, and so I appreciate your commitment to that. But without further ado, an amazing mayor who is going to be with us not only for this building but several others during your tenure, Mayor Sylvester Turner.
Thanks, Bill, and let me just start off by saying that his parents and my parents knew how to do things extremely well together. So when you come out of a family of 9 or 13s, well, let me just leave that alone. Look, it's an exciting day to be here, and I'm excited to be here. And let me just say it's a great day to be in the city of Houston. I do want to acknowledge all of my team, but I know Andy has just been very instrumental in pouring on for that. Give it up to Andy, Thank you, Andy. Look, for the past 76 years, TMC, the Texas Medical Center, has been the world leader in clinical care and research. Is one of the core sectors of our economy. Is one of the institutions we talk about all the time when we engaged on trade missions throughout the world. And the TMC3 BioSearch campus is in the next stage in the evolution of this great medical center. As I said, I think it was back in 2019, announcement of TMC3. Houston is fortunate to have such a strong healthcare and higher education ecosystem. It is what causes us to stand out all over the world. So the TMC3 project stands to be the cornerstone of our regional life sciences strategy and will advance innovative medical technologies and healthcare solutions. The campus will also create 22,000 new jobs, and will have an annual ongoing impact of $4.8 billion for the city of Houston. Now, is there any reason why I wouldn't be here today? I mean, heck, if you asked me to climb up there and grab the tree, I would be doing just that. And so lastly, let me just say this is an inspiring time for Houston and its medical center. I often say we just can't rest, Chancellor Sharp, on what we have done in the past. We also have to create more memorable projects and initiatives that will propel Houston's future. And today we celebrate not just Houston's past, but we celebrate Houston's future, and right here at the Texas Medical Center, TMC3. So thank you, and I'm excited about being here. Bill, let me give it back to you.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, next we're going to hear about the architecture of David Manfredi, who's not only the architect for this building, the building across the way, and all of our 6 parks here that are underway. And what's unique about this project, all of our streets, all of our parks will be completed and open the day we open this building, as well as the building across the way. So I thought it'd be interesting to hear how David really took an initial thinking about this campus and really created this DNA necklace of parks, which I think is going to be one of the great icons of this city for many years to come. So we all give a warm welcome to David Manfredi.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill, and thank you, Mayor. A pleasure to be here today. And thank you to all of my clients. I have multiple clients here today, all of the founding institutions that are part of this building. I thank you for the opportunity to participate, to co-create, to collaborate with all of you, because that's what this really has been, and that's what it will be going forward as we think about all the things that will happen here. This is really the first piece of a master plan that will transform into an ecosystem. The mayor used that word, and it's the right word. It's an ecosystem of science and technology that includes the founding institutions and private industry. It includes startups and incubators, large biopharmaceuticals and emerging technologies. And that is the science of the future. It is the science of collaboration at all scales. And it really is a catalyst for the acceleration of medical discovery and delivery. But I want to suggest this place, these 36 acres, also will become an urban neighborhood with multiple uses. You see residential and hotel across the street. There's another hotel that's coming. You will see retail. You'll see restaurants. You'll see those kinds of common spaces, convening spaces that will bring people together from the city. And most importantly, you will see 6 new parks that were designed in collaboration with Nick Young Kim, an absolutely fabulous, world-acclaimed landscape architect. It is so seldom that you get to build new park space in a mature city like Houston. And this will be unusual in many ways. It will be wonderful space for all of the stakeholders here to gather. And what I mean by that is the scientists and the innovators and the entrepreneurs and the inventors, the students and the faculty, but also a place for the city of Houston, for the families, for kids, for events, for celebrations. The vision here is that it's no longer a place apart. It's a place where all can come, and in a way that's open and accessible for everybody. You know, over the past 2 years, for all of us, it has been an extraordinary disruption in our lives. And many people have fled cities. But I believe that the power of cities is undeniable. And it's the power of proximity. It's the power to bring people together. And collaboration thrives with proximity, and collaboration thrives when we bring people together to work together in innovative and different ways through all of those planned and unplanned interactions, all those things that we can predict, that we can plan, that we can program, and all those things that happen casually and simply by circumstance and serendipity. This building, in many ways, this building, the collaborative building, is a microcosm for the entire innovation district. It is a mixing bowl of all of those stakeholders working side by side, a great convening space, a kind of, and I borrowed this phrase, but I love it, a free trade zone of ideas. So thank you for inviting us to Houston. We couldn't be happier. To the Texas Medical Center, thank you to Bill and everybody at the Texas Medical Center. We are delighted to be your partners. Thank you.
Thank you, David. I also want to call out to Mark Sardegna. Where's Mark here? There he is over there. Another brilliant architect, part of David's team, who's with us all the time. He's become family. Next, I want to introduce and bring up to the podium the leadership that really make up this, starting with Dr. Peter Pisters, who we are so delighted to steal back from Toronto to bring back to MD Anderson, who's just done a remarkable job, and he's just been a wonderful partner. Big hand for Dr. Pisters. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Bill. Thank you, Mayor Turner. It's great to be with all of you today, and I want to begin just by reflecting on what we just heard from David Manfredi and his creativity, his talent, his energy, his enthusiasm, his understanding, his experience has really created this environment. We're going to be so grateful to you, David, to you and your team for helping us to transform Houston in so many impactful ways. I want to thank our partners. Mike, it's great to be with you, Chancellor Sharp. I also want to acknowledge the important work of the UT System Board of Regents that played a very important part in making sure that this project could move forward in very impactful ways. That includes the current Chancellor Milliken and also former Chancellor Faulkner, who played a very important role in the evolution and the planning behind this. As you heard, this is going to be a transformative project. That's a word that's probably overused today, but is very applicable to this project because it brings together academic partners. It brings together talented researchers. It brings together industry partners who have their own capabilities that we really want to see coming together in very impactful ways. For us at MD Anderson, we're all working to help to unlock the mysteries of cancer, to work together to finally end cancer. And this project, the opportunities that are created through it, will be a big part of that. Thank you so much. It's terrific to be at this point. I'm really looking forward to see this become a reality.
Thank you, Peter. I remember the first time I met Chancellor Sharp, and we were talking about A&M, and this was 9 years ago. I was up at College Station, and I just saw what has happened in College Station. Anyone that's been there in the last 10 years, you almost don't even recognize the progress and the greatness of it. And I would mention to him that, I only see one logo of A&M down at the Texas Medical Center with all the great things that A&M has. And he said, you just wait. And certainly he has come in full force and has been a wonderful partner throughout, staying in this. And we really are looking forward to not only this, but the next things to come with Texas A&M. So a big round of applause for Chancellor John Sharp.
Thank you, Bill. I asked Bill what he wanted me to talk about, and he said, I want you to talk about 2 minutes, so I get the drill here. I did have only one request of Bill. I said, whatever you do, please don't make me speak after Sylvester Turner. I mean, every time that happens, it's happened 4 or 5 times in my life. It's very humiliating. I feel very much like Elizabeth Taylor's 7th husband on a honeymoon. I know what to do. I don't know how to make it exciting for you. But good to be with you, Mayor. We look back 76 years ago today in awe of the people that had the concept of the Texas Medical Center, which turned into the greatest conglomeration of medical brains and technology and the best medical center on planet Earth, period. And it is our hope and my belief that 76 years from now, people, our great-grandchildren, will look back and think we were equally brilliant in bringing forth the best research in that medical center that there can possibly be. And those of us at Texas A&M University are pleased to bring our $1.2 billion in research capabilities and portfolio to this project, which we believe is going to become in very short order the best medical research facility that exists anywhere on this planet. And our partners with MD Anderson and UT Health, we very much look forward to this collaboration, and the smart, genius minds that are going to be in this building and the other buildings that we're going to have on this campus are going to be absolutely awesome. I want to say a special word of thanks to Ray Bonilla, who is here somewhere, who is the lawyer for the Texas A&M system, who did all of the work in putting this together so that the rest of us can get the credit. Thank you, Ray, for doing that. And we look forward to an amazing, amazing future addition to the great, great city of Houston. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Chancellor. Chancellor, I think you do just fine on the microphone. Okay, also another friend coming up, Dr. Michael Blackburn, who heads up all of the research at UT Health Houston. A new logo, I understand, so welcome him aboard.
Thank you, Bill, and it's great to be here to see this building. It's amazing, and it's been an exciting adventure from the start. At UT Health Houston, there's been a lot of people who have really put a lot of energy into this. I want to take the opportunity to recognize someone in the back hiding who spent hours on this. It's Kevin Dillon. Kevin, on behalf of Giuseppe, myself, and everyone, thank you for the energy. I just want to say a word. I've also been able to work a lot with the research leaders at the founding institutions and the leadership at TMC. And as exciting as this building is, I am so excited about the research that's being planned. And as we think about the projects that are, our faculty who are renowned leaders, they're so excited and they have so many ideas and so many questions that they want to answer together. It's inspiring to see. Mayor Turner, I think that was the word that you used, and it is inspiring. They are building teams across institutions and making relationships, are building relationships with industry partners that have never happened before. And I think, David, that's what we want to see happen. So I want to thank you for your vision and leadership and working with Bill and all you've done. And I think it's going to be just the beginning of a lot of great things to happen. We're really excited about the use of big data at UT Health Houston, and this really fits into our strategic plan. And I want to recognize the design teams who are making it happen, Julie, Wes, and others. And what a day to celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. So we're coming to a close, we promise you. But since it's a really windy day and our safety record is so great, we thought we'd lift this beam up to the top and just see what happens. Now, in all seriousness, Dr. Pisters and Chancellor Sharp and Michael, you come join us. Mayor, we're going to have a signing ceremony. So we ask you to sign this, and we're going to do a brief photo, and then we're going to ask all y'all. I learned that. I thought y'all covered many things, and then I learned all y'all covers all y'all. So all y'all are going to come up and sign this side of it, and then we're going to lift the beam. So sign away. We ask that you don't sign in the logo area on the front side. No, you do the front side. And just sign wherever you're near your logo if you'd like. And then we'll take a few photos, and then we will invite everyone up to come and sign this, and then we're going to lift that beam. And it will be, some people lift beams and they cover them up, not this one. This one's going to be here for 1,000,000 years. 1,000,000 years. All right, so come on up.